Why would anyone think that stalking is a legitimate way to get chicks? Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down today's crime story that's pretty much taken my eye. In this video, I talk about Ava Majury, the TikTok star who is in fear of her life at the moment because she is living the ultimate stalker nightmare. It's absolutely nuts with a capital N. Before I jump into it though, just to quickly remind you, there's a shiny red subscribe button just below me. Do me a favour and give it a good old tickle, will you? Because if you like your daily crime stories, I'm definitely the channel for you. Like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And let's jump into it, shall we? So, the title is very apt indeed. My TikTok terror. Ava Majury. I can't live a normal teen life after one stalker filmed himself with an item that goes bang bang and another tried to end her. Now, she's said to be in fear of her life, and I'm not surprised. She's due to appear in court next month to request a restraining order against the teen who uploaded the video, citing a pattern of disturbing behaviour. Now, I'll tell you something. Let's put it this way. If someone thought it was a really good idea to send me a video of them at the range with a certain item that goes bang bang and thinks that's what's going to catch me attention and that's what I'm going to think of as, yeah, I'd like to go out to dinner with that dude. You're sadly mistaken. I'd freaking run for the hills and get a restraining order as soon as possible. And this Ava chick ain't messing about either. She's going straight to court to get that restraining order. Now, the alleged stalker, who's not been named because he's underage, attends the same school as Ava in Fort Myers, Florida, and has allegedly been following and harassing her for months. Now, apparently, it got so bad that Ava has been forced to withdraw from in-person learning and now studies virtually from home. Now, that is absolutely insane to me, and it makes me angry because at the end of the day, where the school at? Where the teachers at? Yeah? Where the school administrators at? Because Ava, for all intents and purposes, is the victim. And this other dude is allegedly the monster, right? It shouldn't be that she should have to retreat and go home and do home learning. Instead, he should be freaking booted out. So why is she having to pay the price when she isn't doing anything wrong at all? He should be booted out and do the in-home learning, not her. This is backwards as far as I'm concerned. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely backwards. And that school, as far as I'm concerned, my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, should be freaking ashamed of themselves for how they're dealing with this situation at the moment. Because currently, she's paying the price, not him. Shouldn't it be the other way around? As far as I'm concerned, her doing the in-home learning and him not. There's something wrong with that picture. I'm just saying. So the spokesperson for the star, Taylor Pearson, told The Sun that Ava, of course, I'm not surprised, is scared for her safety and feels uncomfortable living her life as a normal teen. Now, it comes just months after another stalker, which is named here because he's an adult, 18-year-old Eric Rohan Justin, showed up at her door with another item that goes bang bang, following months of online harassment. Now, get this. He travels all the way from Maryland to Florida in July last year, attempts to literally force his way through the front door of her house with said item that goes bang bang as she's asleep in her bed. It's not one stalker that she's had to contend, it's freaking two. I feel sorry for her. I really do. The poor lass No wonder she's freaking living in safety and she's absolutely terrified. Guys, I'm telling you right now, if you think this is a bona fide, legitimate way to get chicks, you need help. You need to go to the nearest freaking psychologist, psychiatrist, psychotherapist, whatever, and get freaking help. Because this is not the way, okay? Definitely not the way. This is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Thankfully, though, because your laws over in America are good in this regard, Rob Majury, which is Ava's dad, who's a retired cop, faced Justin, and Justin is, as a result of that encounter, no longer of this earth. Hey, at the end of the day, if I was living under the same laws and someone came into my house uninvited with ill intent on my life, my family's, I'm sorry, but it's either me or him. And let me put it this way, it ain't gonna be me. Just saying. So, yeah, snaps for the father for doing his thing and protecting his family like that. I've got nothing but respect for the dude for doing that. Now, in addition to obsessively messaging Ava directly, Justin also paid so-called friends and classmates of Ava's to send him her personal information, including her address and phone number. So one of the classmates auctioned off her private information is the classmate that Ava is seeking a restraining order against. No! So the two stalkers that she's having to contend with, they were in cahoots with each other. This is sick. This is sick. Pearson told The Sun that Ava is definitely very fearful for her safety on the account of the two incidents. That is not an over-exaggeration, guys. They're not overhyping this. This is absolutely true and correct. This is freaking nuts. She doesn't feel comfortable living life as a normal teen. I'm not surprised. The family has moved address, thank goodness. And now Ava is doing virtual learning at home. The family is also disappointed by the negativity and victim blaming being directed at them and their daughter ever since they went public with their story in the New York Times last week, Pearson added. Much of the criticism has stemmed from the fact that Ava's parents allowed her to sell two selfies to Justin for $300 after he made direct contact with her weeks before showing up basically with an item that goes bang bang at their Florida home. No way should there be any negativity or any victim blaming to Ava at all. She did not ask for this. When you are a social media star of her stature, you're going to get requests for like pictures, this, that, and the other. And a lot of social media stars, they'll sell that stuff. It's a way of making extra revenue. It's a way of making extra cash. It's harmless. It's innocent to do something like that, right? And let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe at the time when she sold those pictures to this stalker, that he wasn't being a stalker at the time. He was just appearing as a normal fan that went up to her wanting to buy one of her pictures. That's it. That could just be it. So at the end of the day, cut it out with victim blaming. With anyone, the victim is never to freaking blame. No matter the circumstances, they are never to blame. They don't ask for it. She didn't one day wake up and say, do you know what? I'd love to have two stalkers, one of which just blast through my door with lethal intent, and the other one just, harass me online every single day of my life. I would love that situation. She never asked for it. She's a freaking victim. So blaming the victim does not make sense. It is insane. It is not logical. So for anyone out there, stop victim blaming. You evil people, stop victim blaming. End of. Enough. Oh, it grinds my gears, I swear. Now, she did the right thing. She eventually blocked Justin after he requested photos that were a little bit more revealing from her. But then he still continued to contact her through alternative means. Now, Others have criticised her for deciding to remain on social media after both she and her family were almost ended. In one comment left on Ava's Instagram, a troll wrote, "It's really all your fault. You reveal yourself too much. Even sold him pictures instead of just blocking him in the first place. You really ended a person." I'm not going to read any of these other comments because these are disgusting. These are absolutely disgusting. Now, Pearson told The Sun that the negativity and spiteful remarks are inflicting more harm on the family at what is already a painful time for them. Exactly. We should be freaking supporting this family and supporting the victim, not making these nasty troll comments and making their lives harder and more of a nightmare. It's already a nightmare as it is. What if it happened to you or someone that you loved or your daughter or your son? Would you be making those kinds of comments to them? Think about it. It's sick. They said that, but we really want to focus on the positives and use this incident as a lesson for others, a cautionary tale. And that just speaks to the family's strength at this point. They say we also want to put out the message that Ava's behaviour shouldn't have to change because of one or two bad actors. Facts. In separate statements, both Ava and her parents, Kim and Rob, said they also hope others can learn from what has happened to their family. I'm telling my story so that young people and parents are also aware of the dangers of social media. I could never have imagined my innocent post would result in a stranger showing up at my front door with an item that goes bang bang, Ava said in a written statement. She says, I urge young people and parents to immediately report any instance where, there's a threat or there's a signal of violence and not wait until it's too late. Kim and Rob similarly added, as parents, all that we've ever wanted is the best for Ava. While becoming social media famous was not in the plan, we support our daughter's endeavours entirely, which is what parents are supposed to do. So that's wonderful. They said, never in our wildest dreams did we think a fun pastime could lead to basically experience where they nearly were all ended. We implore local authorities to take this frightening ordeal seriously and parents to encourage their children to report suspect activity on social media and not be complacent or worse, complicit in bad behaviour that too often leads to tragedy. Yes, the police definitely need to treat this more seriously. Now, in regards to the second stalker, they'll be appearing at the Collier County Circuit Court in East Naples on the 28th of March for their restraining order case to be heard before a judge. Avery is due to testify during the hearing to relay the emotional impact these events have had on her and her family. The defendant in the case was collaborating with the stalker who showed up at her house and then was ended, quite rightly. Since then, he has continued to harass and stalk her at school to the point where she's now doing virtual learning and is no longer in classes. In addition to allegedly harassing Ava, Pearson said the defendant recently uploaded a video to his Snapchat story showing him practicing at a bang bang range. The video was forwarded to Ava by a concerned friend. They say it's super important because we can often look at one incident as a tragedy, but this isn't a one-time event. It's extended to her classmates and peers, so clearly this isn't over. We want to get her back to living a normal life, and we think this injunction will help her get some relief. It's important to act before these tragedies can happen, and we would love for action to be taken now, not after the fact. And sadly, with a lot of these cases, that is exactly what happens. The police are warned, the police are told, quote unquote, I'm being stalked. This is what's happening. My life is a living hell. Please help, please help, please help. The police do naff all about it, either because they're incompetent or the laws aren't there to be able to support the victim for the police to actually take any action in the first place. Either way, on a very regular basis, the victims of stalking are freaking let down. And they only are taken seriously after the fact. When it's too late, when they're not on this earth anymore, and the stalker has done the ultimate deed. How many examples, how many cases does there have to be until laws are changed so that stalker activity is treated with the utmost importance and seriousness that it needs? So that people's lives are not ended. And instead, Stalker gets the justice that they deserve and they go behind bars. And no one loses their life. It's frustrating. I wish Ava Majury and her family well. And please, if you are in a similar position, reach out to your local authorities or reach out to a shelter of some kind that can help in this matter. Get help. You are not alone. No matter how much you feel isolated, you are not alone. Let this story be, as they said, a cautionary tale. If you are in a similar position, get freaking help now before it's way too late. With that being said, what do you guys think to this story? What's your reaction to it all? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't done so already and you love true crime analysis, Stef The Alter Nerd, this is the place for you. So if you don't mind that subscribe button below, give it a good old tickle. Just as a favour to me, like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until the next time, you guys, laters.